Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I have this pretty interesting conversation that I feel like, I don't know, I want to put it out there, maybe to help you, or also to have it documented, if that makes any sense. Like, I actually want to look back someday and see what my thoughts were about, giving birth and everything we're gonna be talking about in today's video. I'm 39 weeks pregnant, almost 40. I'm gonna be 40 on Monday again. On Monday the 21st, actually, I'm going to be 40 weeks. My first child, because this is my second child, my first child, I had him for about 40 to 41 weeks for what I remember. And what I'm gonna tell you is that the experience that I had with my first child is very different than this one. First of all, I know that every pregnancy is different, and even though it's the same gender, that doesn't have to do with anything. I mean, everything is different, but for this pregnancy, one of the things that have really change the way I think is the fact that we as a woman, we are made to give birth. Obviously the only one who provides life is God, but you guys get the point that I want to specify. But basically, on my first pregnancy, my first child, I had to be induced, and it was a terrible decision, to be honest. Because at first, I just wasn't experienced with anything, and I was very naive. That's a good word to say when it comes to, being a mother, or giving birth to a child. Most of all, the first thing I didn't know, and I didn't actually put my mind into it, is that we are here in this world to give birth. You know what I mean? If you think about these women that maybe they don't have the ability to go to a hospital, to afford a hospital, to have insurance and all of that. How do they did it? In their own home, giving birth in their own home, and there wasn't these all these medication, all these drugs make you give birth earlier, to actually get induced. You know what I mean? There wasn't all that before. They just gave birth wherever they had to do it. And it's funny because nowadays we as a woman, we just oh no, if it's painful, I don't want to go through it. If it's painful, I prefer the epidural, or I prefer to not feel any pain. And yeah, it's really nice to not have pain, but same time, we are here for that. You know what I mean? And before, I didn't think that way. Now, and for the experience that I had to go through when it comes to inducing a woman for her to give birth, it was horrible, in my opinion. I don't like to have my legs open for every single every single doctor that came in the room, every single nurse that came in the room will see everything, everything God gave me. Will be checking on you every single time. And those checkup hurts. Those hurts, because for my experience, they hurt me. And I just just looking at you there, no, it hurts, and I just didn't like what I went through when I gave birth to my child. I don't know if you are a mom, you know what I'm talking about. If you have gotten induced, they would put this transparent cord inside down there for you to not, you know, stand up and go to the bathroom, so the pee that you know, that you are releasing, it goes straight to a bag. I think that hurts so bad for what I remember. I just don't want to go through that. I don't want to be taking any pain medication for me to not feel any pain when it comes to giving birth, when it comes to giving life. You know what I mean? No, epidural, yes, it will take away the pain, but later on I have heard that it goes away. You know what I mean? It just goes away and just, you know, wears down. But at the same time, after you get out of that, like after you give birth, and you know, a few weeks goes by, for me that shot was like really painful. First of all, not like when they were putting it on me, but after it, you know what I mean? My back, I just couldn't stand my back. It was like I had a really back pain for about 2 years. Yeah, very bad pain that I will never forget. That's one of the reasons I don't want to get it anymore, because it does hurt. It does hurt my back. I have heard that for some women it doesn't do anything to them really, but for me it was really painful after, you know, a few weeks went by, and you know, it was terrible. So I'm not planning to get the epidural this time or getting induced. I went to an appointment yesterday, which it was Monday, and you know, the doctors will, like, you know, tell you what's going on with the baby and all of that. But one thing that like human beings, and one thing that human being and, you know, the brain of the human being doesn't understand is that you have the one who created you in your side. Once you have the one who created all things with you, there's like no words that any human being can say that can you know, how can I say this, like if the Lord tells me, hey, everything is going to be okay, everything is okay for that day, don't worry, why should I worry? Why should I even listen if I have an answer? You know what I mean? If I have an answer for the only one, like the only answer that really matters in this world, huh? Like, why should I worry, you know? And that's faith. That's why I didn't actually, that's why I'm not like worried about what could happen any day now, because I am 3 centimeters right now, and at 3 centimeters I have heard that you are in the hospital already trying to, you know, they trying to induce you and induce your labor and delivery. For those of you who don't know, okay, you guys don't know a lot about me, because honestly, like, I'm trying to build an audience that can actually, you know, that I can actually help in some way, that I can have a voice, and a voice that will, you know, impact the world, not just because of makeup, you know, because of the one that created all things. And again, I will not stay quiet about him. So my husband and I, we are together, and we are always gonna be together. Together right now. It's been what, like, it's been 4 months already since we are not together, and not because our marriage is not working, not because our marriage, you know, it just went down the drain or anything like that. It's just because he's trying to wait for his papers in El Salvador, And yeah, we thought it was going to be quick, at least a month or two, and he will be back. But it has been 4 months already, and he has not gotten back. I'm already almost 40 weeks, and you know, the baby is almost like ready to pop out. It's gonna be like any day now. So how do I feel about that? I still have the faith that he's gonna maybe be here for next week or something like that, because things on the case have changed, and now we are seeing like them moving, like actually moving and actually working on the case. So I have faith that he's gonna be here, but at the same time, I know that if he's not here, if God hasn't bring him back, it's not a coincidence. You know what I mean? Like, he knows, God knows what he's doing, and I have faith, and I know that everything is alright. I know that everything is okay because he has spoken to me, and that is all that matters. That if he's not here, that it will hurt. Yes, it will, because you know, he's my husband, and I love my husband, and he's the father of my kids, you know. But at the same time, I know that this baby has to come out any day, and whether he's here, whether he's not here, everything is going to be okay, you know. Another thing, I am so thankful and so blessed at the same time that I'm just like, that even though he's not here, I just thank the Lord every single day, because you know, like, I thought I was gonna be alone. I thought I was gonna be alone. I thought I was gonna, you know, like, have nobody to help, have, you know, be alone basically, because I live in Long Island, but my father, my aunt, every single person that I basically know don't live around me, like anybody. So how can I say this? Like, I thought I was gonna be alone, and God is just like, yes, I let this happen. I haven't returned him back, but I didn't leave you alone, you know. And I am so blessed for my pastors. Like, my pastors has been there like a father and a mother for me, and I'm so blessed and so thankful for them, and for every single person that has helped me throughout this pregnancy, that has been there, you know, that anything that I would ask, they will pay attention to it. They will do whatever they can do, whatever is in their hands to help, and I really appreciate that. I was like really lost, that I didn't know the God that I know now. If I think about it, that's when I really was alone, because I didn't know these people that I know now. Put them there for a reason. And yeah, I am so thankful, so grateful, and so blessed to have everybody that I have on my side. And yeah, I cannot thank the Lord enough. Do I want more kids? Am I planning to have another one after this one? It's already 2. Yes, I do want more kids, but definitely not at this moment. I am definitely looking into, you know, a birth control plan, just to be careful, you know. Yeah, 2 is like enough for now. It's just great for now, but I don't see myself more than 2 at this moment. Maybe in the future I will have another one. I don't know. God knows what he's gonna do. He has the control, and I put my life in his hands, you know. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. That it's enough for now. that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy, and maybe for those of you who are planning to have a kid, or you know, planning to becoming a mom, or even expecting at this moment, you know, think about these things, and maybe you want to change whatever plans you had, or I am not here to tell you to change the plans you have, because this is my situation, this is the way I think, this is the way I see things. And you know, this is not a complicated pregnancy, because since the beginning, even though there were complications, I never saw it that way. But because I had someone telling me, don't worry, everything is fine, you know, and everything is fine, and I believe him, you know. But sometimes there's definitely pregnancies that have, you know, complications, and you know, they have to take the baby somehow out as soon as possible. Every woman's situation is different. I mean, if you have to do something about it, do it. But at the same time, you have confirmation from the Lord. If you have, if he has spoken to you that everything is fine, that don't listen. And at the end of the day, the only word that matters is His word. You know, then that's different. And yeah. That's definitely my case, so I am fine. At this moment, I'm just holding very tight to His hands, and I know and I believe Him, and I know in who I believe. So without further ado, I will see you on my next one.